Hello viewer, myself Dr.S.Karthikumar, Associate Professor, Department of Biotechnology, Kamaraj College of Engineering Technology. Today I would like to take you to the lecture Spirulina cultivation. Before starting that topic, let us see why the topic is most important. What is the global scenario of that Spirulina? Because 20 to 34% of the population is still under nutrition in India compared to the global level. That's why we need to concentrate more on that spirulina production, which is going to be a nutritional supplement for that food. Spirulina, it's one of the microorganism, comes under the blue-green algae. It's a unicellular filamentous algae, and it's rich in nutrients, especially it's rich in protein and vitamins, minerals, and all the essential elements are present in the spirulina. And the protein content, it's about 40 to 70%, and it has the omega fatty acids. That is the highlights of that spirulina for taking as a nutritional supplement. Here that nutritional fact, it's provided in the slide. The protein, it's about 4 grams, and omega 6 fatty acids 1 gram, and vitamin B1, B2 and B3, and also has that minerals, iron, magnesium and potassium and magnesiums. It's about 11%. So that's why that spirulina, it's recommended as one of the superfood for that nutritional supplement. And the spirulina, it's marketed in the world in different forms like powder, tablet, capsule and flakes. And that important thing is the spirulina has a phycocyanin. It's one of the pigment. It has a multiple health benefits like anti-cancer activity, anti-diabetic, antibacterial activity, and the phycocyanin has a high commercial value. And the frozen spirulina form also it's get marketed in the market, and it's commonly used in the nutraceuticals, food, beverage, agriculture and animal feed, as well as in the cosmetic field. So that's why the spirulina has a great market potential. Let's go to that the process of cultivations. How that spirulina get cultivated? It always need a mother culture, a healthy mother culture. It's required to start the process, and the mother culture it started and it's get propagated in a suspension culture. We always need a liquid medium, Zaruk medium. The medium it's called as Zaruk medium. It's prepared and it's get agitated. It's need to be properly aerated, and the protein amount of that spirulina, it's based on that nutritional values of that medium and that conditions how it's growing. And once that algae it's get cultivated, the biomass is harvested by filtering through a different mesh size filters, and the harvested cells it's further subsequently washed with the distilled water, and the excess amount of salts present in the medium it's get washed out, and the pure cells biomass it's taken for the dewatering process, then it's kept for the drying process. Once it's get dried, it's about 90% of the water it's get dried, and only 10% biomass it's become the product of the interest, and finally it's get grounded, and it's marketed in different forms like a tablet or powder in a compressed form. Let's go in detail how that spirulina it's get cultivated. Normally the spirulina it's get cultivated in a pond. The pond it can be constructed either with the tarpaulin, or it could be a concrete structure, or any polymer materials can be used, or in the laboratory scale it's used in the glass or conical flask or beaker, or even a 25-liter water can itself. It's sufficient to start the process with the mother culture. Once the mother culture is getting ready, it's transferred into the field where that pond it's so what you are seeing here is the pond it's constructed with the tarpaulin sheet. Normal size it's 10 cross 20 feet in size. That's considered as one tank. It's a batch cultivations. We need to provide the aeration by a manual method. We need to properly agitate to get aerated the medium. So this one is the raceway reactor, in which the pond it's provided with the agitator. It can be timely controlled. So the proper agitation, the shallow flow of that medium, it make that algae grow very well, and it is rich in protein as well as phycocyanin. So, this is the normal pond, different ponds you can construct for the cultivation process. And normally for the edible purpose, the spirulina is supposed to be cultivated in a closed conditions, unless otherwise the birds and other rodents can spoil that medium, and that is why to protect it, it is cultivated in a covered system. So, here polypropylene sheets are used to cover, it is a UV protectant sheets are available. So, it can be constructed in such a way according to the size of the tank and the designs it can be constructed. The nutritional composition of that recommended normal medium for the spirulina cultivation is Zaruk medium. It usually contains 8% of sodium bicarbonate and 1% is the salt. It means it is more alkali, and the carbonate, the sodium bicarbonate is get break down and it is release the carbon dioxide. The accumulation of the carbon dioxide within the medium, it's raise the pH of the medium. Initially the pH of the medium it's about 7 to 8, 7 to 8. During the process of that algal cultivations, the excess amount of the carbon dioxide is get inside the trapped in that medium, and it rise the pH. It's sometimes it goes up to 10.5 and 11. If it reaches very high, it need to be saturated again, that water need to be replaced, and again it should be brought down to the pH of around 8 to 8.5, that is the recommended pH. The climatic conditions, if you talk about the climatic conditions, normally the tropical or subtropical condition it's recommended for spirulina cultivations. The temperature around 30 to 35 degrees Celsius is appropriate. In the rainy seasons you cannot get more yield of that product. And light, we need to provide proper lighting, since that algae it's going to be a photosynthetic. So, the light has a great impact on the production, and around 20 to 30 K lux it is recommended for the spirulina cultivation. Stirring, as I have mentioned earlier, the proper agitation it is a mandate for providing proper aerations and mixing the nutrients, and it's prevent the accumulation of the cells settling on the bottom of the tank. So, this proper stirring will make that cells to grow faster and very healthy. These are the different types of agitator, it is widely used in industry, and blade, paddle and paddles different shape it is available. So, according to the design of the reactor, raceway reactor or a tank reactor or photobioreactors, so we can choose that appropriate stirrer. And so, this is the pictorial representation how that raceway reactor or a pond of the spirulina cultivation it's look like. So, what you are seeing here is the initial process of the construction of the tank. Normally the tank size, it would be the recommended size would be 10 cross 20 feet in size. So, this is the raceway reactor, is the size it's around 20 feet cross 50 feet in size, and the height it's about 1.5 feet. So, the height is 1.5 feet, it is divided by it has a divider ensuring that the algae it's go into a circulation path. So, this is how it's constructed. So, this is the same raceway reactor, it is provided with agitator, and you in the industry scale the same agitator, that a machine motorized one, it can be used for multiple tanks. So, somehow we can reduce the cost of the investment for making multiple reactors. So, this is the pictorial, this is the video, it shows how the raceway reactor it's get agitated with the agitator. And there are some basic laboratory equipments it's needed to ensure the quality of the medium and the culture. The very basic, the initial one is a hydrometer. as well as the pH is very important aid to monitor the quality of the medium. The initial pH it's around 8.5. When the cells it start to grow and it reaches the healthy condition and ready for the harvesting, the pH it will reach almost 10.5 to 11. And spectrophotometer to monitor the cell biomass spectrophotometrically. So, these are the basic requirements to set up a spirulina cultivation unit. And very biggest challenge in the spirulina cultivation is the contaminations, and mostly the large scale it is cultivated in a open pond system, where that it is prone to the contaminations get into, but one thing is we need to ensure that the sewage mixing of sewage water into the pond completely prohibited. Otherwise, this small even that one cells of the Salmonella, Shigella, Vibrio it present, it make that product it's not viable for marketable. So, that is why the ensuring that sewage water it's not closer to the pond and it's keep away. And the other challenge is parasites and micro zooplankton. It's very common in spirulina plant cultivations. And harvesting process, what you are seeing in the picture is the man he is it's pouring that medium from the pond and it's pouring back to the medium through a mesh. So, the mesh is it's about 50 micron size mesh. So, in which the cells are settled on the top of the filter membrane, and that liquid alone it's flow again to the media to the tank and it's recycled for that one. Okay, the cells it's getting harvested. This is the manual method that lady it's pouring that medium and it's filtering through a small filtering device, and it also can be automized. So, where that rotary vacuum dryer like filtration unit also available, where that continuously the medium it's pumped from the tank and it's passed through the rotary filtration unit, where that it's get filtered and the slurry it goes to one place and the water it's returned back to the medium. And this is a conventional method. It's slightly updated in such a way where that industry person has constructed a tray like system, and it's covered with a mesh cloth, and they pump it pass that water and the slurry it's get collected, the water it's going back to the tank. So, this is the setup how it look in a small industry. It's how they are making a harvesting system, a semi automatic system. Okay. Once the biomass is harvested, it need to be dried, dewatering process has to be done. So, first thing is it need to be compressed enough to remove that excess amount of water in the biomass, then it will be placed in a then it will be crushed into a small noodles like shape, where it's get open to the solar dryer, or it can be in a open dryer, or it can be a closed hot air oven dryer. And the spray dryer is the commercially used large scale drying machine equipment, and for making 1 ton 2 ton capacity it can be dried. So, these are the different options for the drying process: air dryer, tray dryer, and this is the solar dryer. This is the open drying process, where that girl is making that spirulina paste and it's kept open to the sun and for drying process. And once that spirulina it's get completely dried enough, or it's about less than 5% of moisture, then the crunches or the flakes can be taken to the powdering machines. Okay, here these are the milling machines where it's get powder, and in the small scale even a mixer grinder can be used to pulverize that spirulina powder for small scale industry. So, these are once the spirulina powder it's obtained, it can be placed in a tablet compressing machines. Okay, these are the commercially automatic machines, and for the small scale in the portable trays or tablet compressing machines are available. So, this can be procured and it can be filled with a capsule or tablet. And these are the few spirulina based products available in the market. Spirulina exists in the market in the form of pack powder, face pack powder, and spirulina based soap, and in the edible cases it is available for making a juice, and for the spirulina calcium, spirulina blended with the calcium for making a product for the birds. And these are the some other products available in the market for different applications, like spirulina alone. The whole cell can be used for the juice making, or the phycocyanin, that is the pigment, it can be extracted from the spirulina, that can be marketed as a separate product, phycocyanin product. This product is the spirulina, it is blended with the agar, and it is made a agar jelly, dried agar jelly flakes are there, and the flakes can be used for a topping in the ice cream to make more fragrance and crunchy. So, like that we can do the value addition in the existing products. So, these are about the spirulina cultivations and the benefits and the cultivation process, all these things. So, thank you.